What is up, YouTube? What is up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm here with my girl Monique Nicole.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, Daria. Hey, Joshua Hicks. Ricks. Sorry. Just wanted to say hello to everybody in the chat. We only have two shows to discuss. So, in honor of having a little bit of free time, we're going to touch on some reality TV show mess that hit the blogs. Okay, so we are going to be talking about Mr. Maurice Scott and Carlos King interview, and
Mm-hmm.
we will be talking about Miss Monique Samuels and the statement that she released on the Shade Room. We're going to be talking about that and give our opinions on that. You know, she did leave Love and Marriage DC. So, but we did know that there were some problems going on. So she did make a statement. We did hear that they filed for divorce and all that good stuff. Child, we're going to talk about KKK Kim and this hoax of a
Mm-hmm.
divorce. We're going to be talking about some things. So we're going to get into it, y'all. Hey, Samar. Hey, Tressa C. Tamika. Yeah, y'all come on in the room. Share, like, all the good stuff. And yeah, so Monique Nicole, you let me know how you feeling today. What we about to do? And are you ready? You ready to discuss?
I'm ready to discuss.
All
Yes. Just
right.
send link out
All
to us.
right. So as you can see, I'm in a good mood today. So so we are gonna go ahead and get into it, okay, y'all? So,
Let's get
child,
into it.
we're gonna start with this raggedy scene where we kind of left off last episode, where Maurice, Kiowa, and Kimmy are having this discussion about MJ, and instead of addressing the parental issue that we're talking about, Maurice wants to deflect and starts to bring up something from season one, season two, to
Mm-hmm.
deflect from the parenting issue and the way we need you to show up in the house. So,
Mm-hmm.
raggedy, you know, and not for nothing, our girl Kimmy is battling the most aggressive form of breast cancer, and she is a very good communicator. And I know that she's told him, because we see it on our TV screen. So we cannot be, oh, well, maybe she just hasn't said. No, that's not what this is. And him, like, I remember we said it last week. I say he is committed to misunderstanding her, and
Yes.
that's one trait that I really do not like. And then he's trying to pit them against each other, Kiowa and Kimmy, and we don't even have to be there. That doesn't even have to be the situation. But here we go, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about you, Mr. Maurice Scott. We got you after this recap, but we're gonna talk about it, and I want to get your opinions on how that transpired. And did it just rub you the wrong way? Did you understand what he was saying? Just let me know.
Yeah. It was a mess. I mean, Maurice is definitely frustrating. Like you said, it's like he's committed to not understanding Kimmy. It's just he's like dead set in his ways. He's dead set in his logic. It's like it's his logic or no other logic out there. And
Exactly.
it's very frustrating to witness because like I always say, Kimmy is a very reasonable, logical person. She makes sense when she speaks. She's not talking in circles. It's not super difficult to understand her. One plus one equals two when she speaks. So
Exactly.
it's I don't see why it's so hard, and I don't know why he's trying to hash up old stuff. That they seem to be in a really good place. They're very cordial with each other. So why do you want to take a trip down memory lane? Exactly. I'm not
Right.
sure why.
It's the deflection for me. He doesn't want to address his issue. And what makes it super which makes it even worser. Shout out to Future. What makes it even worse is that we know that she is battling something else. And then you're trying to put the bulk of the responsibility on her when she needs all of her energy to recover and fight for her life. And so that is why I have like a really this nasty taste in my mouth, because we drags Martell and we drags Marceau, but Maurice, this is not the look that you this is not what you want. It's not a good look. It's just not. And I was super frustrated. Tamika, girl, you and me both. I was definitely hit the like button and subscribe, y'all. We still trying to get Mo to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure liking and subscribing is a free and easy way to show support. So yes. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
All right. And so yeah, so that is just like, child, I I was just super upset with that. Oh, wait a minute. Was that the last slide? Hold on. But and did you notice that Kimmy was super duper frustrated? Like usually she kind of plays it calm, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely saw a tinge of like,
Frustration.
yes, definitely saw it. So,
Mm.
sometimes people be playing it up for the cameras, but I definitely saw some frustration with Kimmy because, like you said, she's a super clear communicator. And if you're not understanding, it's because you're choosing not to understand.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
mm, mm, mm. So, okay, so this is when they had their little sit down, and I still didn't understand the purpose of this sit down. We're just going to go ahead and skip because I'm at the wrong slide for some reason. I'm at the last slide, so we can just go ahead and just get them on out the way. This whole,
Yeah.
if you've ever, you may not know about narcissistic abuse and the manipulation tactics that people use, but it feels like there is a deflection. There is like you're trying to create some kind of competition where there's no need for competition. I
Mm.
feel like those women have moved on from that point where they were, because it doesn't make any sense to me to keep on harping on the same thing when we've moved past that. And so,
Mm.
it's that triangulation, child. I'm telling you, they love it. They love it. They love to keep chaos, confusion going, deflection tactics, triangulation, competition is that. And I felt like the ladies were like past that. Like, they even showed a flashback of her talking about she wanted an apology. And I was like, well, that was like 3 or 4 years ago. I said, I'm sure we've moved past that. So,
Right.
not to beat a dead horse, but we can just keep it moving from there, child.
I
But
will say I do feel like there's always going to be a discrepancy with the timeline. And I
mhm,
think it comes down to personal preference,
mhm,
and people's personal opinions. There are a lot of people in the world who feel like if you're going through a divorce and you're no longer with the person and you decide to date, it's fair game
right,
because you're in the process of a divorce. That
mhm,
there's other people who feel like it's proper to wait until the ink dries on the paper before you
mhm,
move on and date. So there's going to be people that understand
very true.
understands Kimmy's, like, I
Mhm,
personally feel like if you are divorcing, yes, you might, divorces can take a while. If you're going through the motions of the divorce and you decide to date, so be it.
mhm,
That's how I feel. But there are
right,
people who feel like it's not proper to do and you should wait until the divorce is finalized before you date. So it just,
mhm,
to me, it boils down to personal opinion. When it comes to that topic and that issue between them, it's just, to me, it's just your personal opinion, really.
Absolutely. I get that. I get that. I get that. So yeah, I definitely wait a minute, I disagree. Let's see. Kimmy clearly told Mel they had filed, but they were waiting on the paperwork. So Maurice was technically still married. True.
That's what I'm saying.
Very
That's what I'm
true.
saying. It comes down to personal opinion.
Hmm. And that's
Some
what she was
people,
just that's what she was just saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was technically still. You're right. I mean, he was, and to some people, that's wrong. To some people, that is wrong, and I can't tell somebody how to feel. So
Right.
if you think it's wrong,
Hmm.
think it's wrong. It is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. And you can't negate that woman's feelings. And I think that's what Kimmy is
yeah,
not trying to do. That's why we're not going down the road anymore. Like, girl, clearly she done moved on. We done moved on. So what are we talking about here? Like, I feel like we're going in circles. Like that's the gaslight of it all. Like, don't like what are you talking about? Maurice, ugh, just get out of here, boy. Hey Monique, thank you so much for the screenshots. Okay, y'all. Make sure y'all say hello to Monique 69 Ways, Miss Kira. Y'all know that they all have channels, I believe. And make sure you go on over and subscribe and all that good stuff too. And let's see. Now this was interesting. Now I don't know if we got a slide saying that she went and got the key to the city because it was such a minuscule
yeah,
thing that happened. They mentioned it. They showed like a half a minute, 2 minutes,
yeah,
and I guess they just did it so that her and Kiki could have this conversation.
right.
Okay, so first of all, kudos to the hair care line that I didn't know we were working on, or it just came out the blue. Okay, congratulations, the girls look adorable.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing with Kiki and okay, so Tisha was upset because Kiki did not come and attend the key to the city. And how did you feel about it? And did she also reveal that she is on methadone to try to, I guess, wean her off of the substance that she was on? And it's, and she's a woman of a particular age, so she may be having the hot flashes and stuff like that. And she said that it bothered her. She gave an excuse about not having transportation. It was kind of all over the place with me. How did you feel about it? Anything? Are you frozen?
I thought
Uh,
no,
why they put the label over label? I didn't notice that. Are you talking about the hair care product, Monique? I didn't even get that. I didn't see that. Kiki made such a huge deal about the key to the city, just not to show. Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I know it was a big
she
deal or
said
whatever.
it's
Go ahead.
it seemed like something happened, transportation became an issue. So I feel like if you had no way of getting there, then you had no way of getting there. You know, something clearly happened. So on one hand, I want to throw her a bone, but on the other hand, I understand the frustration when you're dealing with a person where it seems like it's always an excuse or there's always a reason. It's always that's what Tisha was saying is always something with you. It's always an excuse. It's always a reason why you can't do this or you can't show up here. So I can
Right.
understand the frustration behind that as well. So I'm kind of in the middle with it. It
Mhm.
seemed like she genuinely wanted to be there. So
Right.
I'm gonna take her word for that she wanted to be there, and
Hmm.
just situations occurred that withheld her from coming. That's what I'm kind of in the middle with it.
Yeah. And the fact that it's not just around the corner. So, as far as
Yeah,
Huntsville and Mobile, Alabama or something, I heard it's like a 4-hour drive. So it's
yeah,
not
it's
like down the street. It's not like that. So
yeah,
yes, I didn't really get it, but it did sound like there were a lot of like she was conflating and making the excuses. I mean, maybe it was just reasons, but when you start throwing this out and throwing that out and all this other stuff, and I'm like, if it comes down to transportation, You could have just been like, "Hey, Tisha, you got a spot for me in the car?" You know she got to go,
Right.
so they're family. So it didn't really jive too much with me. But I ain't trying to give them too much or whatever. But that's how I felt. Almost a 5 hour drive. Yeah, I heard it was like, yeah, 4.5, 5 hours. Yeah, we need storylines. Yes. Her sobriety journey, like they're not showing anything with Kiki, like none of her family. And it seems like she's only there to kind of interact with Tisha. And so it's kind of weird. I don't know. Ooh, did she get a DUI? She
Mm.
might have. That's probably why she probably couldn't drive. Maybe she couldn't drive. Because girl, listen. I always have a designated driver. Let me tell you. So, so it's possible. It's possible. But like I said, I feel like it could just be a conversation. It could be like some problem solving skills. Like you ain't got no ride. You need somebody. Hey, girl, you got room? You know what I'm saying? So I just I'm of that mind. Why not use the lost girl? You know they ain't gonna use that. Real TV is better, right? Because like even with this, and I was surprised that we actually got a little bit about the court case. Okay, so Mel and Kimmy went to the spa thing and treatment, and this is when they kind of had the conversation. I was surprised that Mel actually brought up the whole side piece side. Like, why are we still talking about this? Like, I thought, man, I didn't like that. I mean, I guess maybe she genuinely
He
wanted to
brought
know.
it up. Him
Yeah,
brought
yes, she put
it
her
up,
chest.
and
Yeah.
Mel just piggybacked. Huh?
Oh, okay. So you
I said
saying that?
Kimmy brought it up, and Mel just piggybacked.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay,
It was almost
that
like
makes
a well, since you brought. It was almost like a well, since you brought it up, let me ask you this,
right.
that type of thing.
Okay. 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 Well, that's cool. Right. We aren't getting a lot of and I guess it's because, I guess with the court thing, we are about to get into that. I don't know if you have anything else to say about this. It was kind of like a nothing burger. I don't want to spend no time on there.
Yeah.
And Kiki and all this. Nah. This, this episode wasn't really much to me. I just really want to get on Maurice's ass, but we'll get there. But we had an interesting scene with Martell. I believe, did he go to his therapist? And the way he was talking to his therapist,
Well, he was talking to his mom.
yeah, he was talking to his mom. He did not like, and he felt some type of way because he didn't feel like his mother supported him in the court hearing the way he wanted her to. And
Mm-hmm.
all his mom and Nell and Chris said that they were going to tell the truth. And I don't know what Martell was expecting somebody to do in the court of law, but it ain't gonna be sitting up there trying to
Right.
vouch for you, and we can watch the shit on TV. So what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I'm like, Martell, we do see you. You're on TV, okay? So yeah, so he did feel a kind of way about his mom, Chris and Nell were actually talking to Mel,
Melody.
saying that they weren't going to lie. First of all, they didn't like being subpoenaed
Right.
unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
could make you feel uncomfortable. Like him, all of that stuff that Martell did, it was out of order for me. I don't know. It just, and it didn't really serve him. Like all of that, and he's sitting up here doing all of that, and it never even served him in the end. And it honestly made him look worse to me. I don't know. What you think?
I don't know because I feel like they're both to blame for why they ended up in court. Like to me, they both. I can't remember what the main thing was that led them to court, but I feel like it took both of their actions to bring them to court.
It was Martell having a situation about her having 20 babysitters. and he didn't
Okay.
like that, and he wanted the first right of refusal. And she's not doing that. Melody is moving forward with her life. When the children are with me, I have to do what I have to do, what's best for me and my children, make sure they're safe and everything. You do whatever you do when you have the children on your week. You know what I'm saying? So he wants all of these privileges that he has forfeited. Like, you forfeited that family unit and all that stuff, so now we are just co-parenting. So I don't have to give you no first right of refusal. I don't have to do any of that. She doesn't have to. And he just has to get it through his mind that he cannot dictate what she's going to do. And that's just it. That is just it. But yeah, Martell's the one who had them in court. And he said he wanted full custody. If I was male, I would call this damn bluff and say, go ahead. I'm telling you. Them fathers don't be wanting them kids. Girl.
Mm-mm-mm.
Call this bluff. All right, there you go. Case closed. Right. He's being difficult. I swear he doesn't
Yeah.
understand how marriage, having children, divorce actually works. And like I said, male has to really have hard boundaries and enforce those boundaries at all times. She cannot give him the benefit of the doubt. She can't keep her heel off his neck. She has to. She has to, because he just wants to control. And it's just, we're not doing that no more. Mel said it
Mm-hmm.
started with a protective order she put on him 30 minutes before the court hearing. He flipped the script and filed for full custody, which stopped that protective order. Okay. Yes, girl. Full blown. Full blown. And he's not even trying to hide it. He's not trying to hide it. He is a full blown narcissist. And he tells on himself every episode. So I'd be like, girl, okay, we already talked about that. Honey, that was a mess. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about love and marriage. Oh, go ahead and rate it. Come on, let's I always like the ratings. Y'all be having me cracking up on these ratings. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Shoot, right. Chris said he's not going to jail for nobody.
Hello, he's not. That's what I'm saying. We are not doing that. Look, Monique 5. Okay. Oh, so I must have been on the generous side, huh? Child, I'm talking about, child. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get it. So 6.5. What you got, Monique? What you think? I got 6.5. Daria. Okay. So I
I'll
must be
give
on the generous
I'll give
side.
it I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
I'll give it a 6.
All right. Cool. We have another thing to talk about, y'all. And when I tell you, Detroit, I do understand everybody's frustrations with the casting on these shows, because it feels like we are retreading some of the same toxicity. This things, we have, these men on Detroit. I've seen a lot of people have a lot of frustrations with the men of Detroit, saying that, they're using religion, the Bible, to control these women. They're being manipulative, they're gaslighting, they're liars. Man, when I tell you, oh, I gotta change my thing. When I tell you that man with the man bun, he just be lying for no damn reason. Something is
Brandon,
wrong with him. What is
he's
wrong with
just
him, y'all?
I think he's scared of his wife. He's scared of his wife. He has a shady past. He don't want to get caught.
Oh
He
my
wants to do
God.
he still wants to do what he wants to do.
Oh, he's giving me Stevie J vibes. Like that whole love and hip hop. We got the artists and we got the Jocelyn and the Mimi at home. It's given because I don't understand, why are we lying, sir? Why are we lying? Like that lie when he was in the club and said that they was at church. I said, now y'all know, because even the men say he just lied for no reason. Like I was just like I said, I don't like people who just lie for no reason, because it feels dangerous. It feels dangerous. Like you can't never she can't trust him because he is just a liar. Oh boy. And in this particular thing, he had the nerve to say he don't feel like he was wrong in this situation. I said, you don't feel like you was
He said
wrong
that.
in this situation? You don't feel like you wrong? What is up? Hey Dante, what is going on? Shout out to the boss lady
Ooh.
from the Morrisons. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Dante. I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you. He that's why she can't trust him. And I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna be in a relationship with somebody I can't trust. What kind of life is that? I cannot
Right.
do it, y'all. Like I cannot. I would You can never have any type of peace.
No peace.
First of all, she does feel a little needy. She does
She's
feel
OD needy. She gets on my nerves and he gets on my nerves. They both
right,
get on my damn nerves. They're
right,
both very annoying. They're both annoying.
right. Absolutely. I'm not even gonna keep you. I'm not gonna hold you. But I can't do it. I can't do it. If I can't trust you, we can't be in no relationship. Look, I got enough gray hair in my head, and it's from my son. It ain't from nobody else but him. But you think I'm gonna let you put all the you think I'm gonna let you stress my edges off my absolutely not. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. How do y'all feel about it? This man be lying for no goddamn reason. Let me see. Hey Inga. Oh, okay. You didn't get the alert. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Y'all saying the alerts ain't coming. Girl, look, he wish he was as smooth as Stevie. Right,
I'm
right.
about to say, yeah, I can't
And
compare him
he
to
probably
Stevie.
ain't got the beefcake either. He probably ain't got the beefcake either. So
Yeah, no. He ain't Stevie. He's not as slimy as Stevie is.
right, right. Well, this is episode 2, child. The jury is still out for me, but I don't like him. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't like a liar. And I remember my great grandmother used to say that all the time. I hate a liar. That's what she would always say. Always say that she
Mm-hmm.
hates a liar. And look, that must have rubbed off on me because I don't like it either. Just a slimy liar. They will not survive this reality roller coaster. The it's already showing. The cracks are already here. The cracks are here. So baby, yes. Okay, I see y'all over there on come on over. Give me a like on my channel as well, y'all. Um yes, so yeah, the cracks are showing. She needs to reach her endpoint. She does. She
Mm-hmm.
does. And hopefully her watching this back will give her the courage to do what she need to do, because this is for the birds. And for him to say that he don't think he's wrong when he's sitting up there lying, and not like asking for permission. Like we had the conversation last week, we said that we're not asking for permission, we're having a conversation. And just because he doesn't like being asked questions, or he feels like she's gonna get on his nerves or something like that, I still don't think that that warrants that. And then he also had the revelation. He said that he was 1 foot out of the marriage when that emotional affair. Well, he called
Mm-hmm.
it an emotional affair, but it
Mm-hmm.
probably was more than that. Probably. Probably. Allegedly, but we'll see. We'll see. Because, like I said, he's all about half truths,
Yeah.
lying, omitting the truth. Girl, listen, when you start to show your integrity to be like that, we have a problem. It's going to be a situation. So, no, he's not going to ever get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to me, because I done seen your dirty slip. Okay, so Brandon say one thing. Yes, he is super whack. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I was like, ugh. I was like, girl, run, just run. I believe he's more of an emotional fair, probably more than one. Yes. Um, I ain't just saying it's an emotional fair. It could have been a little bit of. And this woman sitting up here crying on her 11-year anniversary, I was like, Jesus Christ,
Mm, 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 mm.
this was
I'm
a hot
surprised
ass.
they even made it to that point. I am shocked they made it to 11 years. Shocked.
Right, right. That's crazy.
Shocked.
And okay, so then we have this situation where,
And
child,
so far, he's my favorite husband out of the three.
he's a
Um,
looker to me.
he's definitely attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hands down. There's no comparison. He's the better husband out of the other two. We're talking about Brandon and Anthony,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
you remember that's how we thought about Maurice too, until his dirty slip
until he
started
showed
showing.
his right. So the verdict is still out on this one. But we saw he messed up by not telling his wife about, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you feel about this whole he wants to be going to divinity school? She's like, absolutely not. She's a PK. So y'all, if y'all know what a PK is, a preacher's kid. She said she didn't like how her father, how it happened. It sounds like she has a little bit of trauma or something that's going around that whole the father being in the ministry and stuff like that, and how it kind of, you know, um, whatever effect that it had on the kids and stuff like that. And he wants to go, and he said her father is going to be his mentor. Then he wants to open up a gym. I was like, well, what are we like, Carlos? Did you have a conversation like, whatever you want to do, just go for it? Like, like, I don't know, like it felt like somebody like put a battery in his pack, and he just like want to do everything. And I'm just like, where's all this stuff coming from? And here we go again. We talking about the communication. Kobe is saying, she was like, is there anything else? She said, you lay next to me in bed every day and you didn't tell me nothing about this?
Right. But you didn't already register for school and everything. I mean, that was whack. That was whack. There's no
Right.
way to flip it. That was whack. And he definitely should have spoke up sooner. When he started having the thoughts and ideas of it, he should have said, you know what, babe, I've been thinking about X, Y, and Z. You
Mm-hmm.
don't just tell her now when it's all said and done and you're about to sign up for it and it's about to start soon. Like you don't do that.
Right.
He had a right to get upset. Now
Right.
I agree with her. I agree with him when it got to her yelling and he was trying to calm her down and she kept yelling. I agree with that because if it was the other way around, we wouldn't want to see no man yelling at a woman, being aggressive. So I agree with him when he was trying to calm her down because she did get a little
Yeah.
escalated.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm on her side.
Yeah. She said she was being passionate.
Yeah.
I didn't like how everybody was just kind of, hey Moochie, how everybody was kind of, well, not everybody. He's on this train about, a woman who denies her husband and, all of these things, and like all these Bible verses to kind of control her and all this other stuff. That's one of them things. It's just like a red flag for me.
Mm-hmm.
I again, I didn't really care for it. And,
Yeah, I
she
didn't like
said
that part.
she said that she stands 10 toes down that Brandon was at fault, but she said she could have handled it a little better, maybe.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I was totally okay with that. I was like, just
Yeah, I
okay. I mean,
respected
I
that.
get that. I get
I
that.
respected that. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
who? Like the father ain't say nothing to you. The He didn't say nothing to you. Like they just made this big life decision. And it's just like, she's like, well, what the hell? She was like, this is not cool. She was like, I'm never going to say what God, the calling that God has had you, but it still could have been a conversation. And I was like, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Using that Bible, girl, I'm telling you, don't do it. Let's see. Where we going? Uh, what I tell you? What did I tell you? Now, as a gaslighter and a manipulator, he tried to throw Kobe under the bus, and still he's dying on the hill that he is not at fault for any of what is going on. And he tried to pit them against each other with the whole competition. She swagger jacking you, and the way she said it, it looked like she was trying to start some mess. And they showed the side by side. And how did you feel about that? What's going on with your thoughts on that one?
Sorry, I zoned out.
Oh, no. We was talking about how he, you know, pretty much was trying to pit the girls, Kobe and Christina, against each other,
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about she
Master,
swagger jacking and all this stuff.
master manipulator. That's all. Master.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like it. Okay, so then we also had a conversation. Now, hold on. I do want to ask something about this whole penthouse that they got. And I'm looking at it and I'm just like, that shit look like a matchbox to me.
like you think it was too small.
I do. I do. Especially for them to have children.
Yeah.
You don't really see the children that much, but yeah, it just looked really, really small when I saw them assembling that bed, and it just looked really, really, really like, small.
Compact.
Yes, I was just like, so yeah, I didn't like that, like master manipulator, like you said, like that whole like the pitting against. I'm telling you, it is a tactic to deflect off of them. Oh, and then she was like, I'm an influencer, so if I influence her to, do something, that I'm not even going to take it like she's swagger jacking me. I
Yeah.
influence. And so, like, he's just trying to cause chaos and confusion.
Yeah.
You can see it. He's planting the seeds, hoping that they will sprout and,
Although from the previews, the girls do get into it. They have some falling outs later on. So I don't know if there was some truth to what he said or if that
right,
was just manipulation. So
right.
we shall see.
Yes, they love to separate women. Love it.
Mm, 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 mm.
Love it, love it, love it. So then we had this conversation where I can't think of their name. I don't know why I can't never. Dr. Latoya and Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the reveal that he moved to Atlanta for 8 months,
Mm-mm.
y'all. Almost a year. Where the fuck they do that at? Where do they do that at? I'm so confused. That is crazy to me. And then she's sitting up there like, I didn't realize how much he did until he was gone. And I was just like, I mean, is he not supposed to do nothing? Like, I don't know. I don't know how these women think. It's a little weird. So then the girls get together. Kobe is there to apologize to Christina for ruining, ruining her anniversary thing.
Right.
Right. Unless he in the military or in prison. Hell, can you say it again for the people in the back? I'm like, what? 8 months?
8 months?
You know.
Girl, please. You got me all the way messed up.
And I think they got the most kids, I believe, out of all.
I think they have 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm-mm.
she's a doctor.
And I'm a doctor. Oh hell no!
Crazy.
You can't
Absolutely
leave me
not.
for no 8 months. Have you lost your rabbit ass mind?
Right. There has to be something else. He talking about he wanted to work for Marvel, and I was just like, it's still not adding up to me. And we need some more of the story. We need some more of the story. So you said Kobe and Christina both working nurse. There are no boundaries. There are none. There are none. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, we already talked about this. We talked about the man them hanging out at the club. Now, this new guy, Bravo, he seems like he's going to be a part of the cast, but because he doesn't have a wife, so he's not like in the credits or something like that. But he does seem like he's going to be a major player in the show. So keep your
Mhm.
eye out on Bravo.
Yep.
Now, they're having this conversation again. Anthony is saying the boy is lying. Why he keep lying? Why did he have to feel like he lying? He did say he also said that she's doing too much. She be overreacting. And like I said, I get some level of understanding of where that comes from based on the history and based on his behavior. And he has a pattern of behavior where he just lies and lies and lies. Like, boy, you need some help or something. Like, I don't know. Is he a pathological liar? Like, I don't know. I have no idea, but there was some booty shaking going on. If you see the middle picture, there was some booty shaking going on. Bravo was like, listen, I didn't know. I didn't know that I couldn't say nothing. I didn't know that you can't come to the club. I didn't know. So Bravo looked like he gonna pretty much be on the up and up.
Mm.
Anthony, he wants him to be toxic like him. You don't have to ask her why you gotta ask her. Like that don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then also too, Anthony said that he had her permission or he had her agree. It was an agreement that he would go down to Atlanta. And I think maybe the panorama hit
Mm-hmm.
and everything was kind of locked down or something like that. That's the only thing I could really think of that, he was there and it wasn't supposed to be 8 months, but it ended up being eight
Seeing
months.
that.
That kind of
Mhm.
makes some sense to me. Now Russell in this conversation, he said that if my wife said she missed me and she wanted me to come home, it seemed like she want another baby put in her. I said,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. Like these men, I am just flabbergasted.
I don't know if he was trying to be flirty and sexual, but it just came out weird.
Yeah, it didn't sound. It didn't. It wasn't doing what he thought it was going to do.
Not at all.
She's a doctor of physical therapy. She probably makes good money. She was not going to pack up and leave. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I mean, yeah, I guess like I would think like as a doctor you have a little bit more flexibility wherever you can go, like because you got a certification, you're a doctor, so I feel like you can be a doctor anywhere. But that's not always true because I thought when you get a real estate license, I always say I can pick up and go anywhere. Like I can go to Florida
Mm.
if I want to do that, but I would have to get my license in Florida. So maybe doctors kind of is similar to that or whatever. Um, for his pipe dream, not pipe dream. Let's see. Doctor on the QT. Okay, the winery. Did y'all see how quiet she was when her husband was acting a fool at the winery? We're gonna get there.
He stays really quiet. Like she just is complacent. I don't know. It's weird. It's just
It's a weird
he
energy, and I'm
should have
just
he
like,
should have definitely tried to check it or quiet him down or something. It should not have gotten to the level that it did. She should have
right.
stepped in and said, "Honey, just let's stop." Or
Mm-hmm.
she could have been polite with it, but she should have intervened because
Right.
it's not a good look to have your husband, a man, arguing and belittling another woman.
Woman.
It's just
Right.
not a good look.
Right.
You sitting there stuck on mute.
Mute. Mute. Cute, but mute. Girl, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely. And he was out of order. Now, one thing I do want to bring up about this scene as well, I wanted to understand. Did you? I thought Christina. I thought he was being facetious when he said we was at church.
I
I
thought so too. I didn't think he was being serious. I thought he was being facetious. I thought so.
right,
I thought
but
so.
she really thought that
He really believed it. I thought he was playing.
I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I feel like I'd be in the twilight zone. Child. Let me see. Understand. Don't understand why men have to get permission. Absolutely, because I'm not asking for permission to go anywhere. Not unless I gotta get you to be my designated driver. I mean, but I'm grown. I'm like all the way grown. Like, but a lot of times people in marriages, they almost treat you like you're their property. Like you cease to exist as your own person. And it feels like that's how these men kind of operate in that whole machismo foolishness or whatever. So I don't know what be going on. But like I said, I was just like, she seemed like she a little slow to me. I'm trying. I don't want to be mean. Okay, I'm less than smart. Okay, we are going to move on to this whole thing, and then also too, I felt like Mr. Man Bun was kind of like complacent with the energy that Anthony was given as well. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at his face, and I mean, he was totally. And what makes it so bad is that Christina had just said in the confessional that she doesn't understand why Anthony is so inserted or over invested and involved in our
Mhm.
relationship, and she doesn't
Mhm.
like the way he speaks up like that, and like
Yeah.
it's like he's overstepping.
Yep.
And so I think the question that the lady, her friend, posed to him was along the same lines of, why do you care so much?
Yeah. I don't think
Child.
she was being rude. I don't think so. I feel like she was asking a question.
Right. But baby, he wanted to, child, Color Me Pink said he a tambourine player. Like he got real spicy and real sassy with her. And I was just like, did it warrant all that? Did it warrant all that? I was just like really, really kind of taken aback. And I was just like, oh boy, the sass is jumping out. Like, yikes. Even the white lady, the wine tasting lady was like, what? Like her whole mouth was open too. I was just like,
I could not believe Anthony. I was like, is this real? Is this what I'm witnessing? Is this real? Like, did he really check her like that, calling her little girl? And
yes, yes. Break out the tambourine and let's get our sassy on. What we about to do? The church choir? Like, what is going on? That was such like bitch made energy to me. It just
sure.
felt very bitch made. So excuse my language, but honey,
Oh, he was a bitch.
very spicy, very spicy.
He was a bitch. I'm gonna say it.
Okay, y'all. So we are done with that. Sorry, I don't give like a play by play. We're pretty much just talking and having, just the conversations and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, hope right. He called her a whole bird,
Mm-mm-mm. Did he
baby.
call her a bird for real? I know he called her little girl, but he called her a bird. Oh my gosh. It would have taken everything in me not to jump across that table.
Yes. Now I do have a picture where Dr. Latoya was trying to pull his hand down,
Okay.
but I still don't feel like that was enough.
That was
Like,
not enough. No, it wasn't enough.
not to be combative with him, but I don't even know how I would have even handled that. Not to, so we won't be in conflict. Like, I don't want to be in conflict with my man, but at the same time, I'm like, hello, what is going on?
You
Why?
can, as a woman, you should not sit there and let your husband go at it with a woman. It is just uncalled for. It's uncouth. It's not appropriate. It's
He
wrong.
don't even know her. Just the same way he says she don't know him. You don't know me either. You don't get to talk to me like that. It was
Yeah,
very disrespectful.
it
Calling
was
her
so
names.
disrespectful.
Calling her
So
names.
disrespectful. And for her to for the wife just to sit there and just let it happen, it bothered me to my core. Like, I did not like that at all. There is no way.
Exactly.
My mom would have checked my dad if he did that. Like, you don't do that.
Right. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And I was just like, the name calling. That's
Mm,
what that's where the sassiness was coming in. And I was just like,
yeah,
she asked you, she said, excuse me, but I just really want to know why you're so invested
yeah,
in this situation. And for him to just degrade her by calling her names like that, baby, you done lost all my respect, Mr. Anthony.
yep.
Okay.
Lost it. They tore his ass up.
Yes, yes. Getting real spicy with
Speak
this
up.
question.
Speak up.
Please, please. So thank you, y'all. Y'all go ahead and rate this one because it was pretty good to me. Like I said, I feel like we're having the conversations. I feel like it's entertaining,
Mhm.
even though the men are still showing themselves to be very toxic, very problematic. It's still an opportunity to see relationships online and just self-reflect. Just, take it as a teachable moment. Like, sometimes when you're in it, you don't see it to be like that, but
Mhm.
we're not just having these conversations to demean and degrade these women. I definitely want to empower them. Like, I'm glad that we get to have the discussions, and I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm not doing any of these things. Like, I really wanted to be a teachable moment, because a lot of times people, I'm not poking fun at it, because this is totally, a teachable moment. So, what do y'all rate the episode?
Come on,
Okay.
Monique. I'm trying to see what you rated, Monique. Come on.
Yep, I give it an 8 too. I give it an 8. I give it an 8. Let me see. Oh, you didn't watch this? Okay, you didn't watch enough. Child, I watched this episode quite a bit. I don't know why, but maybe because we didn't get Bell Collective and we didn't get Roa, so maybe that's why I just kind of watched this. I didn't watch Huntsville that much, but I did watch this pretty. Okay, 7. Okay, okay, that's cool. It sounds like we're all on the same page. All right, that's cool. That's cool. But baby, what we really want to talk about
Mm.
is Miss Coleslaw,
Uh-oh.
Miss Melody chin checking about time coleslaw. Okay. So, baby, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Let's go ahead and give it a listen, baby. I think it's only like 3 minutes. So maybe I can kind of speed. No, you know what? Melody already talks fast, so let me not speed it up. She does. She talks very fast.
Hey, Struggle Reviews. Thanks for coming by.
Oh yeah, hey. Tyra. Hold on.
I love her channel.
Me too. I didn't even know she was in
Trying to
here.
be like
Of
you,
course.
girl. I'm trying to be like you. Okay.
Right. All right.
Ain't nothing bad bodied over here. Let's be clear. Come with something deeper than that. Like, come with something better than that. That's the first thing lames want to throw out is about somebody's body or about somebody's hair, all that surface. Come with something deeper. Let's talk about your morals or lack thereof. Let's talk about your integrity or lack thereof. Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about some stuff that actually has a little bit of substance. Okay? Secondly, girl, you're talking about I filed bankruptcy. Yes, sweetie, after your boyfriend filed. After he filed. So I didn't want everything to fall on me, not because I couldn't take care of everything. So let's get the facts straight. But I'm sure you have still continued to listen to all the lies that he gave. You know what? I finally understand why you was able to be a side chick for 5 years, because you dumb. That's why. I didn't know how slow you really were. But you've been calling me slow for years on Beyonce's internet right here. It ain't said nothing. But now I understand how you've been able to be a side chick, how you was able to do that for 5 years. Because you really slow. And then he still ain't out with you. That is called slow. Get yourself some morals. Get yourself some integrity. Do yourself a heart check. And let me be clear. Where's your daughter? Because you said you having family day with y'all 5 kids. I got 4 with them. You got 1 and then another child. Now, you can't count either. I already know you don't know the difference between here and here, H-E-A-R and H-E-R-E. But you can't count either.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So, somebody said, please press charges. Girl, y'all know I'm already handling all of that. And then for you to say you aren't talking about me, girl, you still got a whole video of me with my then husband. For what? What you got that for? For what? See, that's slow too, baby girl. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. If I was with a dude and he my man, and he got a video of him with another woman and trying to show it to me, send it to me, anything me, I would be like, do you still want her? Can you stop talking about her? Why are you sending me this video of you and her? Like, that don't make you think that, like, slow. So somebody said Mel got time all weekend this week. So since you said you can't pull up today, just know, baby girl, the doors are always open. And yes, I've already told my security that when they see you to pulling up, let you pull up. They got your picture. So pull up any day of the week, this week, next week, whatever week, because I'm here. I'm very much so here. And you know, your boyfriend know my address, so he'll give it to you, I'm sure. All right? Mind your little girl ass business. Stay in the little girl slow concubine place as if you was the wife, and you still ain't a wife, ain't doing nothing but bridesmaids. Okay? Mind your business. Keep me out your mouth. Keep my name out your mouth. Keep my business out your mouth, and keep my vagina and what I do with it out your mouth. All of that. Period. Okay? And then we'll be just fine. Because you got what you thought was the prize, right?
Well.
Honey.
I
ain't even mad. She that's what I be trying to tell y'all about being a bigger person. She was fed up. So I'm glad she came down off her little throne and gave Slow Slaw a piece of her mind. Because it was like, it's like Slow Slaw is, she's trying to be antagonistic. Like Mel said, pull up any day of the week. I said, oh, girl. Mel was mad. I said, oh, wow. And I'm not mad at her because it's beyond overdue. It's beyond overdue. Mm-hmm. Like that whole being a bigger person, y'all.
Yeah, you can only do it for so long. I know from experience. It gets tired real quick.
Exactly. I definitely love and Mel wants to. She definitely carries herself like a class act, and I don't mind her coming down off her little throne to chin check slow slaw, okay? Because she deserved it, baby. When she said she don't know the difference between HER, when she say here and here. Oh my God, baby. When I tell you, she was like, you can't count even. You missing your daughter. I said, oof, child, it was just a whole mess. It was a whole mess. But I was trying to find we gotta get ready to be getting on
Yeah.
Moochie's channel. But I do wanna play a little bit of the audio for um Monique Samuels and um what she had to say about um getting the divorce and her statement. Girl, yes, had enough. She had it up to here. You hear me? Right, the two-parent household where two parents don't reside. Girl, shut up. She is a fool. She is a fool. All right, so let's see. It's on neighborhood. No, it's on the shade room. Okay, hold on. Let me do a real quickie. Present. Present share screen. Child, because I mean she was due for that one. She was due for that one. And like I said, I was not mad at it.
Was not planning on sharing this information until it was finalized. So I actually filed back in April 14th. We had a mediator like throughout this whole process. And when we felt like we got to a point where it was like, okay, we pretty much on the same page with moving forward with things. I did go to the courthouse and file. So a lot of information that was like put out there, it was put out there, number one, while I was on vacation. I was on a meditation retreat in Costa Rica. So I was in Costa Rica minding my own Black business. And I was on a meditation retreat. So, you know, whether you're the person who seeks the divorce or the person that was asked for the divorce by the other person, either way, the process is very stressful. It's like going through a death, you know, in so many ways. Chris and I have been together for 17 years. We've been married for 11 years. Yeah, somebody said at the reunion, so y'all talking about Love and Marriage DC. The reunion, that many people believe the reason you did the show was to set up a divorce to Chris. You both laughed, yet here you are. I hope you both find peace. Yeah, so just because we were going through it last year, which we were, last year was very rough. When we were going through our motions and we were trying to figure things out, the goal was not to get divorced. That wasn't where we were last year. Like, even when people said last year that we were going our separate ways and all of that, Chris and I were trying every which way to figure out, like, how do we get that connection back? How do we bring it back together? And so even at that time, it wasn't true. Like, we weren't seeking a divorce. We were separated in a sense of like, okay, you focus on you, I focus on me, and let's see what happens. So we have been going through this process, and it's been years, you know, like marriage, as many people know, it has its ups and downs, but you get to a point where you feel like you've reached that moment of like, you know what, are we growing? You know, are we stagnant? Are we moving? Like, what's going on? And then you also have to consider the fact that we have 3 children, you know, who are watching us. Our actions and how we interact with each other, how we run our household, that is literally an example for our children of how they're going to live their life, you know? And I don't want our children to ever be in a relationship where they feel like they're not being heard, whether that's on my side or Chris's side, you know, talking at each other, like the marriage becomes like a battlefield. So you get to a point where you also have to consider the fact that we have 3 little people that are literally looking at us, and they're taking notes, and they're like, okay, this is what's normal, and it's not normal. So, so that's where we are. You guys don't have to be sorry. It's just a part of life. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens. Some people stay married forever. Some people don't. My parents were married for 23 years and got divorced. I know couples that have been married for 60 years and they're miserable and they literally let their whole life just fade away, you know? So it's really what you make it. And if you get to a point where you're like, you know what, we have grown so far apart that it may be best that we focus on ourselves individually and then focus on the three important people in our lives, which is our children. And that's what we decided to do. Chris and I are going through a divorce. I was
All right, Monique, what you think about that?
Oh, that was a lot. I mean, I'm sad to see them split up. I was rooting for them. I really, really was. I really liked them as a couple overall, you know, not just from DC, but I'm talking about all the years we've seen them together on TV. You know, they were one of my favorite couples on reality TV. So you know, it really sucks to see them split up, but I understand it. If it don't work, it don't work. You know what I mean? They definitely tried. I think they did fight for their marriage. They definitely fought. Um, and I just think it's unfortunate. They have 3 small children together. They've been together for 17 years. And I just hate to see it. I hate to see it. I
Right.
really hate to see it.
You know what I really love the awareness that we are um you know, a lot of people say they do it for the children,
Mhm.
and I think it can set the wrong precedent when you are not in a loving relationship with your partner or wherever. And you know, tensions was high with Monique and Chris. Like there were a lot of like it was a lot of bickering going on there. So you
Yeah.
know, you definitely don't want to have an unhealthy relationship that your children can see, or you know, stuff like that. I
Mhm.
remember Bambi saying that she's not going to stay with Scrappy. You know, Bambi from Love and Marriage, not Love and Marriage, Love and Hip Hop, ATL. She said she's not staying for the kids. She's leaving for the kids. And I
Yep.
think that is noble, because
Yeah.
a lot of times you know, you do grow apart. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, if if you get married in your 20s, you're not the same person in your 20s that you are in your 30s and stuff like that. And each level, you get to a different place. And are we growing together, or is someone stagnant and stuff like that? And so it creates the dynamic and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But it is very sad. It looks like they are doing a really good job with co-parenting. I did see a couple of the you know, they was it is her Mariah, my is the little girl, I can't think of her name, but
Malia or something like
yeah,
that.
she just had a birthday and they look happy. Chris looks happy.
Yeah.
Monique looks happy. Chris is listen,
This looks amazing.
he lost all that weight. He getting his revenge body on. Good for him. Sometimes it takes a divorce or something, like you know, like a loss like that, to find yourself. You have to go in and find
Mhm.
yourself and be on
Yeah.
a different course and stuff like that. So I really do commend them for doing that. So unfortunately, you know, hopefully the kids will, you know, they're really young, and I think that might be a little better that they were so young when they you know, that way it's easier to adjust when you're younger like that. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy at all, but it's easier when they're younger. So yes, he trying to get that NFL figure back, baby, come on. Yes, yes, yes. And I think we're gonna cut it a little short because I couldn't find a clip of Maurice. I was on the Jasmine brand. I was looking because I don't want, because you know that particular interview was 40 minutes. So definitely don't want to look at that. But I did want to kind of see the one that kind of went viral.
Oh, I can send it to you
Okay.
if you
Like
like.
is it like a
Yeah.
small
Mhm.
okay. Okay, I'll pull it up. So yeah,
Here.
what I really want to just kind
Click
of
here.
I think we're gonna be talking about
We are going to talk about
YouTube
it
channel
tonight.
as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll talk a little bit because I do definitely want to get your opinion since we are talking reality, reality TV.
Check your Instagram DM.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, so we want to definitely listen to this bullshit. Okay. Hold on, yeah.
There's a difference between wants and needs. All right. And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. So life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. And what Kimmy is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, I was hoping it wouldn't be a suffering, a sufferable moment, but she rolls over and suffers through it, fakes it all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire, right? And I kind of look at it as if, and this is, all jokes aside, I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. So, as difficult as it may seem, we should all feel that we would be better people and say, oh, no, I don't want or need sex for however long it takes for you to recover. But we then live in reality where that's not true.
People are reading you for filth because they feel like you're not understanding Kimmy's diagnosis, what she's going through, because all you want to do is make sure you get what you need. Mm-hmm. Are you that much of a sexual person to where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you?
This is what I'll say. Did it loop?
Because this is very difficult.
I think it looped.
Right? There's a difference between wants and needs.
Okay, baby. When I tell you he sounds like a whole fucking man child. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm so upset. Like, even just listening to it, it kind of made my skin crawl. I know y'all probably seen me. I rolled my eyes like 50 times, curled my lip. Like, it was disgusting, utterly disgusting that we're talking about a grown man that's 40 plus years old, that we don't have enough self-control and self-discipline to not burden your wife in that type of way, even when she has communicated to you that she does not want it. And she's faking it. Who wants, why would you even want to do something with somebody that's not even enjoying it? What's the enjoyment out of it? How does that happen, y'all? Like, I felt like my head was about to explode just listening to the foolishness. Wait a minute, I don't watch the show, so I don't know the catalyst for the marriage downfall. But after 20 years, she better get a Keto stick and a stimulus package. wait a minute. So wait a minute. Is she talking about Monique and Chris? Okay. Girl, he need his ass whipped. He need it. I'm so. And then y'all know he is supposed to be on Funky Dineva's show on TGIF.
Yep.
Fox tonight. Yeah, Fox Soul tonight at 8:00. Well, I mean, it is 8:00, but why? So we can get another gross, disgusting soundbite about how gross you are, like,
and how selfish and inconsiderate you are.
All of that. Child, everyone has a mic.
That's why men can't. When women get sick, men can't take it. Men can't take it.
And you remember, Monique, when we talk about her recovery, you remember he didn't even want to have a party. She wanted to celebrate getting past us. I don't see him taking her nowhere. I don't see him getting her a masseuse. I don't see him treating her. It seems like she is doing all of the treating. Like he wants her to rear monster. He wants her to be the dominant parent to his child. He expects for her to meal prep when she's getting ready to go under the knife and have surgery. That is so selfish to me. Like, I don't see you doing any kind of care, no kind of care for her to make her feel more comfortable, better, or anything like that. And I think if there was any kind of showcase of that, I'm thinking that they would put it on the show. But because we don't see that, and we see her giving her own party, and we see Melody taking her to the spa, I don't think it's happening, Maurice. I honestly don't think it's happening. So,
oh Lord, I gotta
really upset about that. It was disgusting. Like I said, you're too old, and then you want to sit up there and be a drill sergeant. And then I don't want sex. I need sex. That's like how childish. You sound like a 13-year-old kid. Like crazy making. Like, it's just crazy. Yes. The Mule Mattress and Maid. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Yes. It's crazy to me. She does need to go. She needs to go. And it's just like, it's that thing. My man, my man, my man. As long as I got a man, child. No, you can keep that. Yes, he is 40. I want to say he's 42, 43. Yep. I want to say
my man.
Right now, Maurice Scott age. Child, because this is some foolishness. 45. 45, y'all. And then you remember the whole thing that, once a day wasn't enough. He wanted to have sex twice a day. What is your problem, sir? What is your problem? Like, I don't like when people say that they could be a sex addict. I feel like that's a cop-out. I feel like it's a cop-out. Just say you don't have no self-control. Like, I mean, literally, it's like he is using her body to masturbate, y'all. She's not getting nothing out of it. Trash. You need to leave him where you found him, girl. He needs it. Right, girl. Do you know how many toys are out there? Y'all, it's this one toy that I could not believe that they had for the men. I said, oh, look, they're getting real innovative too. It's almost like a pocket? Baby, it looked like it'll do the job to me. So anyway, I am going to get off my rant about that. And we're going to have 5 or 10 minutes. Don't forget, me, Monique Nicole, and Moochie will be, I already got the notification, all that good stuff. I already saw it come through. But we're going to be doing some more hot topics where we'll be talking about Jonathan Majors. We will touch on the Maurice and Kimmy debacle and some other things. I cannot think of what else, but we're going to talk about it. Yes, the pocket vagina, girl. I saw that thing. I said, oh, look at that. I wasn't mad. And I don't understand why people are mad when, like, I remember, like, when I was married, not to really give, like, TMI or whatever, but my ex-husband did not like me doing that. every toy that I had, if he discovered it, it was in the trash. I said, how do you be insecure about a toy, electric device? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me, like, I don't get it. Ain't nothing wrong with touching yourself, child. What is going on? Like, I just can't. Yes, let's. You know what? I feel like I just want to send. If he got a PO box, I think I'm gonna send him a pocket vagina, child.
All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I'm out of here.
Okay, see ya.
All right, y'all.
Okay, bye, y'all. Let me see. All right.